Hello, welcome to Always Curious, our No Road to Reality series. Last video I talked about a single particle and what happens when it is shot at a wall and hits the wall. This time I'm going to talk about two particles, a proton, which I have here on the screen, and another particle that's going to be shot at it. Maybe it's a pion, as in my dissertation. Oh yeah, this is an example from my dissertation, which I published in 1980, and it's also available on Amazon. It's called Physics from Non-Smithereens, Pion Scattering. So we have this proton, and let's say there's an electron, a pion that comes, close to the proton, and then what happens? Well, maybe some other probability wave goes out and then hits the wall, and another probability wave goes out here and hits the wall, and another probability wave goes out here and hits the wall. All right, well, what happens here where this pion comes in and potentially scatters off, or whatever it does to the proton? Nobody really knows what happens there. And in scattering theory, people don't even care, because what they care about is something called the scattering amplitude. And the scattering amplitude says, well, if I have a particle coming in here and another particle here, and then what's the probability that I'll get three particles, probability waves, out of the scattering that will hit the wall here? What's the scattering amplitude? You square the scattering amplitude, you get the probability that this will happen. But what really happens inside here? Well, in my thesis, I have a speculation that the pion hits another pion and creates particles. You can see that right up here. Creates particles, and then those particles decay, and then these particles come out. But honestly, no one really knows what happens in here. So how is it that this scattering tells us anything about reality? It really doesn't.